Hey there, it's Dave Hompest from hpylorisymptoms.com with you again to have another chat about H. pylori. And this time I want to just cover some of the more serious and sinister diseases that are associated with H. pylori. This is not my favorite topic to cover, and by no means do I want to scare you or frighten you. I just think it's really important for me to outline this information to minimize your risk of developing a serious illness or condition because of having H. pylori. Now, you may or may not know that H. pylori causes gastritis, and that's inflammation of the stomach. And that's kind of where it all starts. If you have H. pylori for a long time, that gastritis can turn into something called atrophic gastritis. And that literally means your stomach lining is just being gradually eroded away, worn away. That's what atrophy or atrophic means. When that happens, you actually increase the risk of developing certain kinds of stomach cancer. So we know for a fact that H. pylori in some people can lead down a pathway that many years further down the line can cause cancer. And in fact, the World Health Organization says that H. pylori is what we call a class 1 carcinogen. That makes H. pylori to stomach cancer what cigarette smoking and asbestos inhalation are to lung cancer. So there's a definite cause-effect relationship there. Now, just a little bit of detail on that. It appears that it's only one or two of the different strains of H. pylori that cause that problem, and stomach cancer really only develops in probably less than 1% of the people who have H. pylori. So there's nothing to worry about because, of course, you can get rid of your H. pylori, heal your stomach, and everything will be okay. Now, H. pylori, of course, can also cause stomach ulcers. Dr. Barry Marshall in 2005 and his colleague Robin Warren actually won the Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine for proving that H. pylori can cause stomach ulcers. And we now know that H. pylori is probably responsible for about 80% of the stomach ulcers that happen, and probably about 90% of the ulcers that happen in the small intestine, called duodenal ulcers. Is there anything else that H. pylori can cause that it's a little bit more nasty? Well, believe it or not, H. pylori seems to have a role in heart disease and cardiovascular health in some people. Again, certain strains, particularly ones called CAG-A and VAC-A, seem to have the ability to create a response in the body that leads to changes in cardiovascular function. When I wrote my book, H. pylori from Heartburn to Heart Attacks, I actually detailed well over 50 studies that I dug up from the scientific literature showing how H. pylori influences blood pressure, blood sugar, insulin, cholesterol levels, heart attack frequency, stroke frequency, and other variables of cardiovascular disease. So it's really important to understand that H. pylori isn't just a little kind of heartburn bug that lives in the digestive system. Again, nothing to worry about because you can get rid of the H. pylori, heal up your gut, and everything should be fine from there. Finally, we also have a pretty good understanding that with H. pylori there may be a knock-on effect or like a domino effect with the immune system that leads to autoimmune disease. An autoimmune disease is where your own immune system mistakes a certain tissue or gland or organ in your body for an invader, and it starts to attack itself. It's a little bit like friendly fire in a combat or wartime situation. And we think that H. pylori may trigger autoimmune conditions against certain parts of the body, particularly the thyroid gland. And if you get an autoimmune reaction against your thyroid gland, you may end up feeling tired, listless, you might have some further digestive problems, and you might have other hormonal symptoms as well. So, quick summary. It all starts with gastritis, inflammation in the stomach. That gastritis can lead to atrophic gastritis, where the stomach lining wears away, and that's a major risk factor for stomach cancer. We also know that H. pylori can erode the lining of the stomach to create ulcers. We also know that it's related to heart disease in some way, and we also know that it may contribute to autoimmune diseases. The reason I wanted to really share that with you is to say, look, if you have H. pylori, don't take it for granted. Don't listen to your doctor if your doctor says it's harmless, because some doctors still believe H. pylori is harmless, and please make sure you aim to do something about it. Now, if you need some further help, in dealing with your H. pylori, then please feel free to visit our website, which is hpylorisymptoms.com, and I look forward to seeing you there very soon. My name is Dave Pompez, and I'll catch you later. Thank you.